GM. It is my first live stream. I hope everything is good. There's nobody here yet, but I will just continue because it's gonna go anyway as a video. So I'll just start my Bitcoin analysis. All right. All right. Just checking to make sure everything is good. Oops. All right, I think we're good. There we go. Okay, I think we're good. All right, guys. I don't know if there's gonna be any trade today, but let's see what's happening. Greg, I'm live streaming. Please close the door. I think I need to get a sign on my door when I'm live streaming. All right, guys. So what is happening with Bitcoin? I think my volume is okay. I don't know. All right. I think we're good. If you're here, drop a chat. Drop a hello in the chat or whatever you do. I don't know. All right. All right, guys. We had a huge dump on Bitcoin. All right. So today we're going to be looking for setups. All right. So today we're going to be looking for setups and we're going to be trading my back-tested strategy that I did. If you didn't see that video yet, you're more than welcome to check it out. All right. So basically the system is as such. We look for a trend. And as you can see here, we definitely have a trend on Bitcoin. All right. We're looking at the 4-hour chart here. And that is a trend, downtrend. And here our entry is usually on the 5-minute. My entry is on the 5-minute chart. Now, the first thing that I'm going to want to see is a break of structure. So as you can see here, we had a market structure break. It's trying to break through. All right. If you look at the line chart on the 5-minute, it is trying to break through right over here. All right. And if we go on the candle chart, now this is a 5-minute time frame. Okay, so if I go long or short, it's going to be on a very short time frame. I'm going to wait for 9:30 New York time, 3:30 my time, and we'll see what happens. Now let's have a look at the chart on the, okay, so as you can see here, it's trying to break through, okay, on this area. So we could have a mini uptrend, short time frame uptrend. All right, I'll actually draw that from here. From here to here. From here to here. Now, you might say that it has already broken out, but I'm waiting until 9:30 to see what's going to happen, okay? How we can, if we have a trade or not. All right, now, as you know, we have on my system that I trade or backtested, we enter on a market structure break and an inverse fair value gap. So what I want to see is a market structure break here, a confirmed market structure break, which it looks like it has confirmed. After that, I'd like to see a bullish inverse fair value gap. Right now, we don't have it. And for the inverse fair value gap, I like to use the Lux Algo inversion fair value gap indicator. So you can just search on the indicator over here, okay? And you can simply type in, you know, the indicator. All right. Now this is my first live. So if you're here or if you're watching later, thank you for joining. I do intend to have more lives a little more often, maybe once a month, maybe twice a month on Fridays or whatever day. So if you would like to join that, please do subscribe and hit that notification bell so that you are notified when I go live. All right. Also, what I do is I use BitMEX to trade. So I also have my BitMEX account opened here. All right. I use BitMEX to trade. As you can see here, I guess some shorts just got liquidated here. This is the little liquidation sign from BitMEX. Okay, this is the BitMEX platform. And right now they're offering $50 sign up bonus when you deposit 25. So if you'd like to do that, you can definitely check them out. You have to use my link. So I'm gonna actually put my link, all right, in the chat if you're interested in joining BitMEX. All right. I'll get back here. Waiting patiently for my bullish inversion fair value gap. In the meantime, I'm just going to add that to the chat. there we go. It is in the chat. It's in the description, and I'm gonna also put it in the chat area. All right, good. That's done. All right, guys. Well, I don't see anyone here as of yet. But that's all right. It's my first live, and I expect... All right, let's have a look. Let's see what Bitcoin is doing. All right, so it seems as if this was a false breakout here. All right. What I'm going to do now is I'm going to go to the daily. And I'm going to mark out the previous day high and the previous day low. As you can see here, today's Friday, the 6th of February. It has already taken out the previous day low. All right, so just mark that out. There we go. This is the HOD high of yesterday. And this is the LOD low of the day yesterday. Right. I'm going to go to 5 minutes. And we are waiting. All right, so I'm gonna put my rules here. Okay, we're gonna say high time frame. Confirm high time frame trend. All right, so that's one of the first things we're gonna do. Next, we're gonna look for a market structure break. All right. Here will be confirm higher time frame trend. Usually I confirm that on the 4-hour chart. And I'm going to drop down to the 5-minute chart, and I'm going to look for a market structure break. I'm going to just put 5 minutes here. All right. Then I'm going to look for an inverse gap or fair value gap. All right. My stop loss will go at the swing high or low, all right, depending on what direction we're going to trade on. So high or low. And my TP, or take profit, will go, we'll aim for 2 hour, all right? We'll aim for 2 hour. And that is it. My risk will be in this trade $5. That's all I'm risking, okay? This is for educational purposes, okay? You manage your risk as you see fit. I will only be risking $5 on this trade. Yeah, that's it. And of course I use, okay. Now I also like to use CoinAnk to see what's going on, okay? And this is the on-chain data that I use. So here we have CoinAnk. All right, so here I like to use the funding rates. Okay, so right now we have negative funding rates. So that's usually a bearish signal. We're on the 15-minute. Let's go to the 5-minute actually. All right, so yeah, we're still negative funding rate. All right, so that's bearish. OI, we can see that positions are closing. OI is going down. Open interest is going down. So that tells me that positions are being closed. Cumulative volume delta, okay, in perps and cumulative volume delta for spot, they're both more or less. Well, let's draw some lines. Draw some lines. Now, this is just additional information, right? I just like to look at price. I see it going up a little bit. All right, we're 9:26 New York time. Let us see. Matter of fact, I can even spot. All right, I can spot. Let's see if we can. This is an inverse fair value gap, a bearish inverse fair value gap up here. Okay, as you can see, price so far is respecting the inverse fair value gap, the bearish one. So now we're looking for to see where we're heading. All right, right now we're in a mini uptrend, as you can see here. All right, higher highs, higher lows. I don't know what price is telling us so far. Price is not saying that much. Okay, we're consolidating here. I mean, on the 4 hour, we can see we have a bullish inverse fair value gap. But I'd like to see price respect that to go higher. If price respects this bullish fair value gap on the 4 hour, then I expect it to probably come up here to 69807. Or actually to retest the 12 and 21 bands EMAs. Okay, let's see. We are at 9:30 New York Open. All right, let's see what's going on. Let's see. Ah, there we go. Okay, so here is our probably, okay, our little inverse fair value gap. Let's see the candle, the next candle that closes on this one here. An inverse fair value gap is actually when you have a fair value gap on one side, and the next side it actually gives you another fair value gap in the opposite direction. Okay. So I have to wait. We have to wait. I'm going to wait to see, okay, after this candle, the next one that closes, if it's a bullish candle giving me a bullish inverse fair value gap, or if price reverses. And I'm ready to go. Okay, over here. All right. If price I'm also looking to see if I get MSB right over here. I'll include the candlesticks with it. The wicks, okay? Oh, there we go. Price is pushing. Price is pushing. This bearish inverse fair value gap is getting rammed through. That means that price is trying to push. Oh, there we go. It has to close, so we have to wait until okay, so there we go. Breakup structure, bearish, bullish, excuse me, inverse fair value gap. price. Let's wait for this candle to close. All right, so we have an MSB. Let's see if we can get that bullish inverse fair value gap. All right. Okay, we're gonna enter a long for the target of 2. Swing low. 2R. All right. I only do up to 10x leverage, isolated, apply, market order, and my risk is my risk is $5 on this trade right over here. Okay, that's my risk and buy. There we go. I got filled a little further, so I'm gonna move my, all right. To R. Move my target up here. And there we go. Let's see. Ooh, nice. All right. Now you can also connect to BitMEX on TradingView, and I've done that already. Okay. All you need to do is TradingView. You go to trade. You can find that up here. Okay, trade. And or underneath here. Okay. And over here is where you can find, okay, your different trading platforms. Okay, so as you can see here, I have my position directly on TradingView. And now we wait and we see. Okay. All right. All right. So my target is actually, let's see. My target is here. I'll have to look at and see how price reacts over here at this bearish inverse fair value gap on the 4-hour chart. Okay. Let's have a look. Hmm. Price is having a hard time. Let's see what's going on here. All right, these are all right. OI is rising on the 5-minute time frame, so that tells me that new positions are being opened. Okay, funding is still negative. Let's see. Price will do what price does. All right, it needs to push through here, which it looks like it's gonna push through. 72.64. 72.64. All right. Now, if you join me when I do my live trading, I will be explaining to you, you know, how I read price also on on-chain data. Okay, so on CoinEgg, and you know, really all my thought process. But this is my first live trading. I've never done a live trading before, so you know, let's see how it goes. But this is my process, really. All right. Basically, you know, I confirm on the higher time frame the trend. Then I drop down to, usually it's the 3-minute time frame. But as I've back tested the 5-minute time frame, that is where I'm entering. Okay. I can go on the 1-minute time frame as well. I've done over 1,000 trades for so long that, you know, it's really not that when you practice long enough with as many trades as you can on lower time frames, it's easy to enter and, you know, enter your positions really fast. Okay, so what is price doing here? All right. Of course, as always, okay, you try not to trade with money that you are not willing to, or you're not, you know, you cannot afford to lose. And also, you know, you have to consider, why do I take small trades, especially in educational, for educational videos, is that because um, if you can handle positions and if you can prove your system with a small amount, okay, so you learn cheap, then you're able to scale that up into larger amounts. So let's say, for example, you know, when you backtest the system, you basically do $1 trades or $5 trades, you know, very small amount. After that, when you see that, you know how to execute your system or your playbook, then you can gradually scale up to, let's say, $10, $20, 30, you know, however big you want to scale up to. But it's always a good idea to start small, learn with small amounts, instead of, you know, just like betting everything and then losing it, right? Um, if you want to trade for the very long term, which is what I'm aiming for, I would prefer to start small. Now, if you know, some of you might think that, well, you're missing so many opportunities and so on by trading small, like this might be a big move or not. But there are so many opportunities all the time in the market, right? Every single day presents new opportunities. There's no FOMOing, and this is what I've learned in like my last 1 year of really learning how to trade with the real world, right? The Andrew Tate trading campus, where everything that I've learned came from the the trading professor, Michael G, Professor Michael G. So that is one of the main things that I've done. I've really locked in for that 1 year, and yeah, I learned, and now reading price is it's like second nature. Now obviously any trader that tells you they have a huge win rate is not really it's not true, right? Because as a trader you must have losses. You will have losing streak, right? In December I had a losing streak where I lost maybe 10 trades in a row, and you just keep going because you know that it is just a period that will pass. So long as you stick to your system, you stick to your rules, those things will pass. Okay, I see price here wants to push through, so I feel that my position is okay. And also, you have to consider that everybody probably wanted to go short this morning, or yeah, at New York Open, right? So some people are going to get liquidated, unfortunately. All right, but you even if you get even if you lose a trade, so long as you have your risk management in place, that is the most important thing, right? So my risk management in place. If I lose a trade, I know I lose $5. Okay. If I win the trade, well, it's a 2R, so it's only $10. But for the sake of this video, we're doing a $5 trade. It is pushing through. Ooh. These are the liquidation levels. All right, this is CoinAnk on-chain data. All right, let's go in and see the footprint. And let's see. All right, there's more buyers than sellers right now. Okay, so it's pushing price up. Okay, so actually, if it pushes price up, what I can see here is that my target can go for the high of yesterday. Every day, you would see that there is a high or low of the previous day that gets taken out, okay? If price remains bullish, all right, I don't see it coming back to take out the low of yesterday. All right, you can see here, this is Thursday's low, okay, and Friday's, okay, so Thursday low is here and Thursday's high is up here. So it could be that we'll take out the high of yesterday, but I'll probably take my 2-hour profit, or I may let it run. Here is a resistance level that we need to watch right here. That's the resistant level. And price is reacting to it. Okay. We need price to break here. And then here. Okay, spot is buying. We have a lot of CVD volume, cumulative volume delta on spot. That means a lot of spot is entering now, okay? And people are probably waiting, you know, they had this huge dip and people are entering spot or they're buying more Bitcoin in spot, okay? Perps, which is perps, leverage trading. All right, it's, we'll see. It's not as, you know, it's not going up as fast as spot. And OI, well, looks like OI is going up. Let's move that to the 930 candle. Jeez. It's just like a vertical line up. You can't only look at funding. Funding is still negative, but it's a combination of what I like to look at is a combination of funding rates, open interest. So it'll tell us, you know, whether or not positions are being closed or opened. And of course, cumulative volume delta, okay? For spot and perps. Ooh, all right, we're good. So here we have our inverse bullish, inverse fair value gap. All right. So now we wait. I think we might be okay. Oh, all right, I'm just gonna, let's see. Let's see if price respects this bullish inverse fair value gap. All right. If it disrespects it, then we might have a little problem. Okay, good. All right, we're back here. Okay, and the CVD basically, it tells us, you know, market buy or aggressive buyers and aggressive sellers, okay? So aggressive buyers and sellers in spot, okay, that's your CVD, cumulative volume delta, and you have the CVD in perp, okay? So you have here, you can see aggressive on this 5-minute time frame. You can see aggressive buyers in spot. Here you can see aggressive buyers and a tiny bit of sellers so far in perps leverage trading. Okay. The OI would be the participation of the market. So whether, you know, new participants are coming in, okay, or closing positions. So you can see coming in and closing. All right. We're still respecting that little bullish inverse fair value gap. That's good. Need to break there. Are we gonna break it? I'll mute when I need to sneeze. Alright, what's going on here? Price is struggling. Perps are selling. Aggressive selling, CBD perps. Okay, you can see here, perps are aggressively selling. So you can, you know, the CBD spot is telling us that buyers are pushing really hard. Okay, they're buying. At open, everybody was buying, spot and perps. Now let's see what perps are going to do. We could just take this out and then this imbalance here. These are imbalances actually on coin bank. You can see clearly. These usually get taken out before moving up or down. If you're new to trading and you would like to learn, this is a great way actually, you know, to use a small amount. I use $5 for this trade, but you can also use $1 or $2, you know, for per trade while you learn. If you lose 10 trades, you lose $10. You know, if you use $1 to and you know one, and you put your risk at a 1 hour, right? So yeah, it's a great way to learn actually. Take hundreds of trades like that. Then you scale up eventually. Oh, look at that nice respect. It respected the bearish inverse fair value gap. Well, maybe I spoke too fast. Let's see. What I've learned in the last 1 year, 1.5 years of, really learning how to trade is that we don't predict, right? I don't predict. I just, follow price. If price is telling me something, then I just follow what it's telling me. But I don't go into predicting, right? I don't predict that it's going to go hit my stop loss, right? I would like it to, but I don't predict that. I wait for my signals. I wait for my system to trigger. So my system said to, with my MSB, right? I had an MSB here. Then I had my bullish inverse fair value gap. I entered. I put my stop loss under the swing low, right? And I target up here, which is a 2R. I could also target the previous day high if price is bullish enough. Let's see. So this is my target here, and I could target the previous day high because we'll have to look at and see how price is actually reacting, right? We don't predict, we react. This is a daily candle, so each candle is a day. So you have the high of yesterday, the low of yesterday. Oh, actually, we already took out the high of yesterday, the low of yesterday. Oh, interesting. Didn't see that. When did that happen? Well, I guess I'll keep my 2R up there. I don't know. Another thing is we are above the VWAP, okay? And the VWAP is another indicator I like to use to see if we are in a buying or selling structure for the day. It's just the volume weighted average price on TradingView. All right. I don't like the bands. I just want the VWAP. I like my VWAP white. Kind of like to keep it consistent. So as you can see here, price has been rising since about over here. Needs to push through here. Oof, there's a lot of spot buying. Look at that. Perps are not buying, perps are selling. Perps are selling. Spot is buying. Spot is actually the real demand, right? They're the ones buying actual Bitcoins, where perps are just trading price, right? They're trading contracts. So it's not real Bitcoin. That goes for any other coin, by the way. If buyers slow down in perps, the price could snap back, but I don't see it slowing down yet. I see that being respected. Oof, nice. On the 15-minute time frame, we got an MSB and same thing, but we let's look at the weekly. If we get a wick through a fair value gap, an inverse fair value gap, the wick is not considered it to be, you don't consider it disrespected if you get a wick through it. If the body closes in it through it, then that's a disrespect of the inverse fair value gap, or any fair value gap actually, or any gap. Gap, aka fair value gap, right? It's an ICT. I think it's the fair value gap is the ICT naming for the gap, but it's a gap, right? I'm trying to call it gap instead of fair value gap now, because I mean, gaps has been around for a long time. But yeah, it's true that I learned about gaps and inverse fair value gaps from ICT, you know, looking at, you know, a lot of his different content that he has. But they're just gaps. According to my mentor, that doesn't use the word fair value gap, he uses gaps. And he's right. He's usually right about everything. Wow. That is good. Got a nice inverse, bullish inverse fair value gap on the 4-hour time frame. That is actually a very good thing. That is very bullish on the 4-hour. I shouldn't say very bullish, because yeah, that was a real nasty sell-off. time is it in New York? 10. We have 2 hours more for this. I'm gonna remove my camera. Or maybe not. Huh. That is one of the slowest New York Open I've ever seen. Like everybody's afraid. Jeez. Executing any strategy takes a lot of practice, but as long as you do it over and over and over again, you know, you're bound to get good at it. Repeating anything a lot of times will make you good at it, really. Okay, my eyes are burning now. It's too much staring. 10:30. Okay, you know what? I like trading on directly on TradingView because that way I can use my own, preferred indicator, my favorite indicators, right? You can see all my indicators here that I don't use all of them, obviously, but like if you trade on any platform directly, okay, BitMEX included, you can't get your basically your custom indicator, right? You can only get the basic ones from TradingView. I mean, the basic ones, the ones that come with the ones that come with trading. Are we moving yet? Yes, we are. Okay, I added $5 more to my trade because I usually take $10. So I like that, it's been consolidating here for a while. And now is basically the time, which is after 9:30. I give it half an hour to let it, let the market do its thing usually. And then at 10, when I find my first inverse fair value gap, then I enter. The market since open has been respecting this 5-minute inverse fair value gap, the bullish one. Okay, so right here. Okay, so since it's respecting that, I have more confidence that price is ready and is going to push up today. Also, it's above the VWAP, right? So price is in a uptrend when it's above the VWAP, right? When it's below the VWAP, it's in a selling trend. When it's above the VWAP, it is in a buying trend. So I like that it's respecting also the VWAP. A lot of big institutions use the VWAP actually to understand, where price, what kind of profile price has for that day, right? As you can see here, during the sell-off yesterday, price was most of the times below the VWAP. Then it resets at the, at the start of a new day. All right. So obviously here, I'm not gonna sit here all day and watch this trade. I'm gonna leave it, let it do its thing. I'm going to do other things. And yeah, I've entered into the position. I'm confident about my position. If I lost, well, if I lose the trade, then I lose the trade. It's okay. I have, the risk that I put on this trade is the amount I'm willing to lose, right? And if it wins, well, then great. Another trade, another winning trade. Yeah, and I think that is it. I'm gonna try to do these every Friday because I think it's a great way to practice myself as well, going live and trading, because yeah, when you trade, or when you enter a position live, you also it's also good for me because I have to stick by my rules. Even though I do stick by my rules, it's a great way for me as well to start doing this. Videos are great, but this is it's actually fun. If more people can join me, then this would be great. And if this is a winning trade, then that is great. If it's a losing trade, well, something to learn from that. All right. I'll let it run. I'll probably remove my camera, but I'll let it run and come back and see. I like to trade. A lot of people, they trade the first 2 hours of New York Open. But with crypto, because it is a 24/7 kind of market, I go until, you know, I notice that price does kind of reverse or slow down at about 12:30. Okay. So let's see, 12:30 New York time. So let's see here. We are at, okay, 10, almost 10:30. So yeah, 11:30, 12:30. So we have like 2 hours again to watch this. Yeah. Price is just staying here. What is going on? Wow, look at all that spot buying. Price is respecting this inefficiency right up here. So that is telling me something also. It's telling me that for now it's respecting it. I don't know. Perps do not want to go long. Aggressive selling, you see here? Leverage traders are aggressively selling, meaning they're market selling, right? Well, spot is buying. OI is flat. All right, we can see here. Let's have a look at what the ooh, 10, extreme fear. Oh, 1.67 billion liquidated in the last 24 hours. How many? 41.77 million liquidation data. All right. We have a lot more longs than shorts. Let's have a look here. OI is rising. And what is going on Twitter? Now let's have a look while we wait. Oh. Oh, great. Let's see what's trending. The world is going to shit. Really? Jeez, I don't know. By the way, speaking of gold, on BitMEX, you can also trade equity perps. Look at that. Let's see what we have here. All right, you have Robinhood. Oops. If you have gold. All right, you do have a few other equity perps that you can trade. It's not bad. So usually when price is consolidating so much, it's not a very comfortable thing to like stay in, but since this inverse fair value gap is being respected, I'll just keep this position open. Let's have a look at the that's the big trades. That could be liquidations, it could be big trades. What's your liquidation levels? Liquidation map, liquidity heat map. Let's have a look at the liquidity heat map. Where is liquidity resting? Okay, hold on. Yeah. So this seems to be a huge wall right here. And price needs to build momentum to push through that wall if it can. Okay, it could also be that sellers are defending here, this wall here of liquidity. All right. So let's see, how much is that wall? Oh, can't see how much it is. I think it's gonna push through, but I don't know. Nice. Oh, jeez. Our precious green candles. Oh, precious. That is so funny. Shit. I don't know, man. I don't know where the market is gonna go. The thing about leverage trading is that whether price goes up or down, or the market goes up or down, you still have an opportunity to trade. Whether it's mean reverting, you know, it's going like that. Whatever it's doing, there's an opportunity to trade. Okay, guys, I'm gonna take a break, and I'm gonna leave it here. Actually, I'm gonna leave it here, and my position is still open. We'll see how it goes, and yeah, if it closes in profit or loss, I'll post it in the community site. Okay, and that's it. I think that's it for my first live stream. That was actually not so bad. I'm happy to do many, many more. That's it for me. Have a great day, and I'll see you in the next video or live stream. Don't forget to subscribe. Thanks for your support, and if you're watching this after, thanks for watching. Bye-bye.